I'm with the team at Obsidian, the makers of Dungeon Siege 3. And I'm going to ask them a couple questions, mostly just about the development process, their favorite characters, things related to the game. First of all, what would probably be the most difficult development task you guys had to handle in the last couple years?
Most difficult development task. That's an interesting one. Okay, yeah. We'll think about that one.
Difficult. I'd say, at least for me, the most difficult has been taking our engine from kind of building it from scratch and to start developing all the pipelines, getting everything working where we want it, and kind of designing our engine around Dungeon Siege and trying to stay true to the whole kind of old DS franchise with like the continual streaming where like nothing ever loads and stuff like that has been one of the most difficult tasks, but you know, I'm pretty happy with how it ended up at the end, you know?
Nice. Alright, what would you say then would be the most enjoyable part? It sounds like the opposite question. The most enjoyable part of development?
Enjoyable.
I think you guys always watching it come together.
Yeah.
You know, every day you come in, just a little bit further. I mean, it goes without saying, but it's, at least for me, it's easily the most enjoyable part.
Go back 100 builds and look at like the previous
all the
stuff
old ones,
and
yeah.
things that where we had come and the decisions that we made and the changes that we made in order to make it better. That's pretty good.
Another really good thing is like coming to events like E3 and that kind of stuff and seeing people's reaction to the game too. You know, we've worked on the game for years and just kind of seeing what people actually think of the thing that we made is really enjoyable when they really enjoy it. So.
And I think just the team that we've been working with has been amazing. Like I'm so humbled every time I go into people's offices to see what they're working on and how amazing it is. And it's been like awesome just to be able to work with these guys.
Yeah.
Have you guys run into any fans here at E3?
Yeah, number of Dungeon Siege fans, Obsidian fans, definitely.
Any really strange requests?
No, I have had occasional big long discussion with fans about the original franchises and then what we did to change that, just like their whole life story about how Dungeon Siege changed their life. And then, you know, like, I really hope that same thing happens with Dungeon Siege 3, and you're like, oh my god, like,
a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure here, so, but it's always fun, so it's no big deal.
Of all the characters that are in the game, which do you enjoy playing most? What do you enjoy seeing the effects of, the spell effects of most?
I'm gonna say Reinhardt, who's the scholar. He's a really interesting character. It's kind of atypical. We have kind of a hack and slash guy, but I liked Reinhardt because he had a really good mix of very short range and very long range attacks, but almost nothing in the mid range, which made for some very interesting gameplay. And he also has some stuff that deals with traps. And I think that also his long range attack is extremely satisfying visually and with the audio and everything. It's just feels very good to do. So I never got sick of it the entire time that I played through the game. When we actually got to the very end, when I did my final playthrough, I never got sick of those attacks. Definitely for me, it's Reinhardt.
How about you?
My favorite is Katarina. I like guns and I like shooting things, and so it's really fun to play with her. Just like the long distance sniping or the short distance pistol shots and stuff like that. It's really good to play Digger.
It's gonna have to be Lucas. I don't know. I'm always trying to.
I like that you guys are all choosing different.
Yeah, I got it.
Well, you know, my least favorite was his favorite.
Yeah. He did have some weaknesses, but he was very powerful.
Yeah, you just tell how you play with the character. But I really like the slashy sword kind of role. Bit of big Zelda fan, and whenever I can kind of fill those shoes and that gap, I'll let you do that stuff.
Mine is Reinhardt, and unfortunately I can't say it on delete. She's really awesome though. She's a really good character, but yeah, pretty much the same thing that Matt said. Just how he plays, how he feels, just all of that is a really fun and enjoyable character. So definitely Reinhardt.
So one last question: how is it like seeing all your games next to all the E3 and Eidos titles for the first time?
It's pretty cool. I know for me, it's really nice just having all of our games around such really big titles in the Square booth, just around Deus Ex and around Dead Island, and all these really good games. Knowing that our game is one of those good games as well, for me it feels really good. I don't know what you guys think.
So it's good to get some recognition.
Yeah.
Getting to see it received along with all our other stuff is pretty cool. Probably other stuff that Square's releasing is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And I was seeing the giant trailer.
Yeah, the giant trailer was pretty awesome. That was excellent. That was the first thing I saw when I walked back here. I was like, I walked up and there I was playing. I was like,
yeah, that's pretty awesome.
All right, thank you guys very much. Really appreciate the time you've taken.
Thank you.
Thank you.